Hey there, we want to take a look today at adjusting and setting your particular customized settings on the active driving display available in the premium tiers and trim levels of most Mazda vehicles now. In the CX-9 that we're sitting in, it's available as a windshield display. Some of the older models also have it on a pop-up display, but the settings are very similar for all. We're going to be utilizing the infotainment system to go ahead and set these settings, and we'll take a look at that now. So once you get to the home screen on the infotainment system, all you're going to do is rotate that command knob over to the settings tab and depress the command knob to get to what will come up immediately is that active driving display, and you can see that listed up here. There's a few things that allow you to move around on this. One thing that I want to point out is you can turn on and off that active driving display if it's something that you don't really prefer. You can also tell it, moving up here, what types of information the navigation system is going to show you. So you can either allow or disallow that, and then it can show you what street information it gives you. So at maneuver just means if you are making a turn or it needs to turn, it'll show you that. Or you can show always what street information, whether it's going straight or turning, you have going on. If you hit the back button, which is the little return arrow next to the command shift knob, it'll get you back to the main screen. And there are 4 different settings that you can control. The first one is the height, and this is probably the one that gets set the most, just because depending on how high you like to sit in the vehicle is going to show where that sits in your view range. And you can increase the height of that or decrease the height of that pretty significantly in the vehicle. It's probably a good 6-7 inch difference on that windshield, allowing you to have that in a different range of view. Next is that brightness control. And what that's looking at is nighttime and daytime brightness, but you can manually set that brightness if it's something that you want to be always at a certain brightness level, not giving you depending on. That is something manually you can control and set it at all times, no matter what the exterior brightness of the vehicle is. And some people like to do that just so that it's constant. The next thing is the rotation, and this is going to be something that's just based on your personal preference. The rotation is only a few degrees, but can give you a little bit different look as far as how you're seeing that against the windshield. And that's the active driving display. It's something that I really think comes in handy looking at the street and not having to divert your eyes to something else, even the gauge cluster, to find out what your navigation or your miles per hour or even speed limit things that are coming up along your drive. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below, ask us questions, or call or visit us at one of our 4 locations in Tennessee and Oklahoma.